All right, guys. So we're continuing with the tribute of the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. I'm still in the same podcast. I am a PhD podcast. We still have an hour and something to watch. The conversation is still going. Let's see what these ladies have to say. I'm a PhD podcast. There we go. Kevin Samuels.
It's right there, and I feel like because she said, it's a choice. A lot of us feel like we don't have a choice when we do, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you limited yourself to, I mean, that's the downside of limiting yourself. That's my thing, and with it's very contradicting. I don't know how to explain it, and I feel like if I just go all in,
Okay.
a lot of women don't agree with me, but I mean, it is what it is.
Ebony, what do you think?
Well, just to sum it up, like I said, I think the young man's a king. The only thing, like I said before, Kevin, it caught me off guard when he said he's the prize.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it doesn't take a genius to see, baby, you are a prize because you went through the process. So that was the only thing that kind of caught me off
Okay.
guard. I just feel like men are kings when they handle their business, when they get their degrees. And for me, I was just like, I don't know where the prize part came from because we know you're the
It
prize.
triggers you,
But,
huh?
it
It
maybe like
triggers
you
you. I
said,
know. We
Kevin, I
know.
think it's because as
We know
women,
what's
we're
up. It
not used
triggers
to
you.
hearing men boast
Did
like
you?
that.
Let me ask you, Ebony. Let me ask you. Okay, and I can accept that because you like men, and women have men that they like to be a certain way. But did you look at any of the 12,000 responses that he got?
I didn't, unfortunately.
Okay.
I glanced at it and I was like, "Hey, now,"
Well,
but I didn't
go
see
go to
where they
go
coming
to
for
the
him.
Madame Noir uh,
Hmm.
web page and look at the post they wrote. 12,000 responses, and I will ask you when you look at these responses. I want you to ask one question: Is him saying by him saying the prize does it should it have elicited these type of responses?
Good point.
You could take
That's a
exception with the
closing
prize. You
question.
could take exception with a man saying anything that appears to be braggadocious. But should he have gotten responded to the way he did? And that's the issue
Yeah.
I have,
Hmm.
and so many other men have. I just
Good
ask you to
point.
go look
Well,
at it.
Kevin,
Go ahead.
let me ask you this real quick, Kevin. Um, so clearly you were okay with him calling himself a prize. So a
Yeah.
man of your era, like, did you feel like the prize was a little
No, I'm a
extra or
catch.
kind
No,
of
I've already done a video on this. I did a video on this. The women are the prize, but men are a catch.
Hmm.
But I understood what he was saying. But see, here's the problem I had with
right?
it: that the brother didn't. The brother did not lie. He was not disparaging. He was not overly critical. And if he just said, "I'm a catch" instead of the prize, they didn't give
Oh,
that
I see.
brother any benefit of the doubt. They didn't give him any leeway. He was a
So he said, but I haven't seen the post. It probably was a couple of years ago. He said, I'm the king," and all these females just went at him. You're not a king. They want because what happened is him saying that. It's kind of not ballsy, but he's putting himself out there in a way where a lot of these females are gonna trigger what they call a test. They're gonna test him to see if you're the king. But here it's not more the cat. It's more jealousy. I can see, right? It's a jealousy trait, right? So let's see. Let's keep hearing.
eviscerated.
Yeah.
They even questioned
Mm-hmm.
him passing the bar. We destroyed a black man who had accomplished something that should be praised because of a word. Catch or prize. That is fucking ridiculous. And other communities look at us and laugh and say, look, we don't have to worry about competing with black men. Black women are handicapped them enough. I've been in corporate, I've been at work, and I've had my non-black counterparts ask me seriously, how do you deal with your women? The, one of my jobs in corporate America asked me not to bring my wife back to any company functions.
Mm,
College
Oh my
educated,
God.
ski wee, everything else because of her toxic attitude. I was. This is not an uncommon thing with black men.
mm. Interesting.
Wow.
One word, prize. Switch prize with catch. But go back and look at the 12,000 responses that guy got
Only for a simple
from
word.
men and
Yeah,
women.
I know if he would have said catch, if he would have said catch, like you said, that it wouldn't have went that badly. But that prize just offended women. That had to be what it was.
Well, but
See, but
again, I
she's
want you to understand what we're.
Ibani's not still letting it go. This is the problem. She's still not letting it go, and that what really makes it a little bit tedious. She still don't want to. I'm a female. I'm the prize. A guy cannot be the prize because that means that it's. I mean you. there might be a competition in her brain, right?
You're doing. A black man who graduates from law school
Yeah.
was treated this way. You don't need white people. You don't need white supremacy, racism, systematic discrimination. You don't need any of that. One word. That's all the latitude and leeway a black man gets with you is one word. And that's what the last call. That's what Tiffany is going back with. All these words. What does this mean? What does that mean? We're gonna buy. Okay, that's why I let it go. Because it doesn't really matter what a black. And this is what so many young black. This is why they're leaving you. Sisters, understand. This is why young black men are leaving you. Because they don't have to put up with this level of disrespect, insults, and just outright hostility for just being. Just being. He did nothing that no other group of men would do. I'm the man. I'm the man. I graduated from law school. I'm the man. I'm the catch. I'm the prize. Oh, the prize. Oh, nigga, you gotta die. You must be destroyed. He turned off his comments.
Wow.
And black women, you did this to your black men.
Damn.
A black man that went to an HB.
He cannot even be confident in himself because his own women will destroy him.
ECU.
Tough hill. Tough hill. Very tough hill.
So, this is why I let this whole thing go. And Tiffany, that's why I let you talk, because you don't have anything that really he did anything wrong other than he shouldn't have brought up black women. He can bring up whoever he wants to.
You know, again, my position is that the tension and the blowback that he got was because of that juxtaposition. He can bring up whatever he wants to, but he shouldn't be surprised about the blowback and bringing up that juxtaposition, which was not necessary.
Okay, so if they were white, would he have gotten the same response from white women?
No.
I don't think that white people go around doing
No.
No, that's not the question.
If he was white,
see,
would he have...
you see how she deviated the question? Fellas, you guys have to pay attention on this. This is social dynamics 101. You have to make sure they answer the question. They don't not deviate from the question.
Got the same response.
That's how you handle your women.
Probably from some feminists.
Okay, he'd have had. So you're saying
from Ken, chat probably.
The response that this black man got from black women would be on the same as he would have gotten from if Hispanic men would have did that. Hispanic women would have responded the same. Asian men, Middle Eastern men, and white women all would have responded. So black women. So you're saying what you're trying to put out here is that the responses would have been on par.
Presuming that you had a similar dynamic, then yes.
No. There's no dynamic. He put it on Instagram. Don't play words. Either are you saying that either it is or it isn't, man? You want to split hairs.
Yeah, she's afraid of the sisterhood. She said the truth. The sisterhood might just go and bite her.
Because I asked you a question that makes black women look bad.
Yep.
No, I want to communicate clearly.
Well, I'm communicating clearly. This is a poor look for black women. Do you think this is a good look for black women? How about that?
Is what a good look
the way
for
in
black
which
women?
they responded to this young black man.
I don't think it's necessarily a good look for a black man or black woman.
There you go. See, she's not. That's not the question.
See, whenever I ask you a direct question, you always want to tie in. You got a problem with this man bringing black women into a discussion. But when I ask you a question about black women, you want to bring in black men. You're a hypocrite.
Okay, well,
there's no okay, ma'am. Own that shit. You're a fucking hypocrite. And now you have done it multiple times.
Damn.
And if you're talking about respect and then disrespecting me,
no. We're beyond the path of disrespect. I've allowed you more latitude, more rope than anything else, and you continue to be disrespectful in your responses.
Very disrespectful.
When I ask you a direct question and
you answer
it, disrespectful for
when I ask you a direct question and you decide to do the very thing you have an issue with, it insults my intelligence and is disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
So I'll bid you a good day.
When you're with your lady, you don't want to have arguments. But when you guys are talking very seriously, you have to hold that accountable. And pay attention on what that person is talking and how she's talking. If you answer a question and she has answering that question with a question, don't go with that. If she answering that question and then they go with a different hope, no. Hold her accountable from that same question. That's dynamic. That's important. That tells you that you have a strong frame. Okay, that's important. Don't be a toxic person. Just make sure that the conversation is very, very fundamental and very, very productive. Because what happens is if you things are not answered, the conversation goes to different ways, and all of a sudden you're speaking for 4 hours. No, no. I'm asking you a question. Let's answer the question. You disagree with the question. Tell me why you disagree. Why, and then we can move forward. But she was not willing to give him a leeway. That's why they say the more educated they are, the more toxic they are.
I would be insulting your intelligence by not having the conversation that you're worthy of. If you want answers,
Good. Enjoy it with
then
your
I'm
man.
supposed to.
Damn. Keep it together, man. You got this.
Black women.
Now they're like, ooh.
Women like this.
Very toxic.
In your proximity, if you want to have
will
anything that
destroy you.
resembles healthy relationships with black men that you are not sleeping with, need to go. Your views on black men as a whole. See, far too many black women say, I have respect for black men after he earns it. I respect my man. I submit to my man. But the black male archetype, this is what you get. I challenge you to look into the playback, Tiffany. Look in the comment section, Tiffany. Go allow anybody to look at what
Very
just happened
confrontational.
who's not a friend or
Very
a compatriot
confrontational.
or thinks like you, and see what they say. Allow white women to look at it. Allow Asian women to look at it. Allow Middle Eastern women to look at it. Allow Hispanic
They're not gonna
women
like
to look
it.
at it.
The reason I don't like it, right? I'm from Hispanic background. I don't like it. I don't like it. I simply don't like it. Maybe some Hispanic guy like it. Oh, they pretend to like it, but inside their heart they don't like it. It's confrontation. It's a lot of problems. It's a lot of drama, and she's not even willing to submit herself to the masculine frame. She wanna fight against a bear. You keep poking the bear is gonna slap you in the face. But because the bear looks all fluffy and dandy, you think he never will slash your face. Okay, keep doing what you're doing.
Because I tell you right now, if a white man would have made that post, yeah, he might have gotten some blowback, but he would not have been savaged by white women.
Actually, they like it.
Hispanic women would not have savaged
They
Hispanic
like it. They
men.
love it. They demonstrate
Asian
confidence.
women would not have savaged that man. Black women have no problem savaging black men. Because it is all throughout our culture. From Color Purple on. The black male image has been run through the muck and mire to the time where a black man finally says, enough, I'm going to praise myself because I obviously didn't get enough of it growing up. I asked the questions earlier, where do you see black men getting praised? And the questions keep coming back, not really anywhere. So a brother just has the nerve to say he's the prize. Now, understand if he just said he's a catch or he's the man, then, it still would have been a problem.
Still, bro. Still,
what
Kevin.
you're really supposed to do for a certain amount of these
Still,
women
Kevin, will
who
be a
claim
problem.
to want to be with you, who claim to want to
You can see even I'm the nicest guy. It still will be a problem because the problem in itself goes deeper than what we can even understand. So,
build with you, is you're supposed to shut up and get behind them. And I'm sorry, sisters, that group of men does not exist. My generation is the last group of men that were raised traditionally. Millennials and Zennials ain't dealing with this shit. They're not dealing with it. They're willing to walk away rather than deal with this
he knows about the
foolishness.
MGTOW. Back then he knew.
Other groups of women see how you act towards your men and are making a beeline to them. And the statistics, data, and all that bears it out. I was on a show with another person and Judge Joe Brown discussing this very dynamic. Shout out to Dr. Tia San Johnson, who teaches Black Masculine Studies out in the University of California, Fresno. You want to know the number one person enrolled in this class, Black Masculinity Studies? White women. Why? When he asked them, because I like black men and I want to learn more about them, learn more about the culture. When the black women ain't even willing to give a black man a compliment, much less enroll in a college class and pay for it to learn how to be a better mate to a black man. Shut the fuck up with this bullshit. I'm sorry.
He's losing it. He's losing it. He's losing it. I know.
So, Ebony, I hope that your son does great things,
Yeah.
and I hope he is in a position to where he is granted latitude and leeway for expressing himself, even if it's not the way black women feel like he should. Your son should not be savaged for you raising a good man. Do you
Mm.
agree on that?
Yes, I agree 100%.
Don't say
That's all,
buts.
and
Don't say
that's
buts.
all black men ever want.
Yeah,
Just
that's
be
all.
treated
That just keep
like
it
you
like
treat
that.
the
Don't say but. Say what you have to say. And don't say but because when you say but, you're negating all the statement. You're not agreeing. But now you're already negating what he said. Say yes, agree, or say no. Say I agree, middle ground, or say no and then defend your position. But don't say yes, I agree, but now you're just it's a better it's a sweet caramel way to it's a it's a better not a better option. You say a cowardly way to option. It's a cowardly way to say no. Just say no, own it.
the non-black men you work with, and these are your sons. You have a
Hmm.
son.
Yeah.
Let me ask you that: do you want your son to marry a black woman?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Based upon
But
what
I'll
you
be
see,
honest with
go
you.
ahead. Tell me what you're seeing,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mama.
Said.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's starting to concern me because he's not looking at black girls.
Why?
He don't want to be bothered with them.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa,
All right.
whoa. Why?
Why?
I asked him, and I'm gonna tell you, it breaks my heart, Kevin. I'm like, you know what the priority is? He said, "Yes, mom, I know," but the thing that come out of his mouth every time he said it's just they're mean. I can't hold a conversation, or they're too ghetto.
Damn.
And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Well,
There you go.
Ebony,
So,
Ebony, um, did you believe him when he said that?
well, it's sad to say, Kevin, I did. 80% of it is. I told him, who are you talking to? He was
Mm.
like, because we live in a middle upper class neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and this like this ratchetness is so popular right now, and even the good girls are
They're
falling
not
into
well
this
educated. Yeah.
foolishness.
Oh man, we just man.
But
I'm gonna tell a story. When I used to live in Utica Avenue in the Malcolm X Street in Brooklyn, there was a black lady staying with us, and she was a second generation, I think, Caribbean or Jamaican, something like that. The parents were, very working class parents, and her mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she was a very nice lady. And the kid went to study in Pace University. A lot of money to pay there. We're talking about $70,000 a year for a bachelor degree. All right. This person would just bring her boyfriend or whatever it was that he used to sell drugs. We have problem with the guy. We had to kick them out. Got confrontational. A couple times got very confrontational. They stole money, whatever. But man, she was so ghetto, man. So ghetto. Ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. And the family, at the end, she got arrested by domestic violence. And her mom has to go and clean the entire room. And she cleaned that room in a matter of 10 minutes. It was amazing. It was very